It's possible that The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas is the most filmed novel in history. There have been countless versions, several TV series, even one set on the moon. But the last French film of the great ripping yarn was made 50 years ago. No wonder the new one has been such a smash hit at home.
Si je renonce à me faire justice. Je renonce à la seule force qui me tient en vie.
10 million tickets sold, 14 nominations at this year's French Oscars, the César. This Count of Monte Cristo is clearly something special. It was adapted and directed by the team who made another recent Dumas project, the two-part Three Musketeers, and it looks just as sumptuous. It opens with a bang, a shipwreck, a damsel in distress and a heroic sailor, young Edmond Dantes, diving to her rescue. Edmond's brutal captain Danglars, furious his trip has been interrupted, claps him in irons.
Maximilien, je te présente le capitaine Dantes.
Bonjour, capitaine.
Alors, quel âge? Capitaine?
Ouais. Tâchez de vous en montrer digne, Edmond.
But when the chivalrous ship owner learns of Edmund's heroism, he fires Danglars and makes Edmund captain. The delighted Edmund can now afford to marry his aristocratic fiancée, Mercedes, despite the objections of her snobbish cousin Fernand. But on the day of the wedding, disaster.
Il y a des années, j'ai aimé une jeune femme que j'allais épouser.
Je porte ici un mandat d'arrêt pour le dénommé Edmond Dantes.
Edmund is arrested on charges trumped up by his former captain Danglars, abetted by a corrupt prosecutor called Villefort. And confirming those charges is the testimony of Mercedes' wicked cousin Fernand. Stitched up by the villainous trio, Edmund is tossed into an oubliette in that notorious prison, the Château d'If.
Si Dantes nous a trahis, alors qu'il est le sort des traîtres.
Je suis innocent! J'ai rien fait, je suis innocent!
Il vivra. Et pour tout le monde, il sera mort.
4 years pass, and you better get used to this. Before the story's over, we'll flash forward another 10 years, then another year, then a few more years. Forget Aristotelian unity. Alexandre Dumas clearly thought that if a story's worth telling, it's worth taking time over. But before all this, Edmund makes a friend in the next-door cell, the Abbé Faria.
Je suis l'abbé Faria.
The Abbé has not only started to dig a tunnel out of the chateau, he's got an incentive waiting when he and his new friend get out. There's hidden treasure on a little island called Monte Cristo. Sadly, the Abbé dies before he can cash in, but he gives Edmund a map and a warning. Will he do good works with the treasure or squander it all on revenge?
Feras-tu le bien ou laisseras-tu ton cœur s'emplir de haine?
À partir de maintenant, c'est moi qui récompense. Et c'est moi qui punis.
No prizes for guessing which way Edmund is heading. There's no rip-snorting adventure in dishing out money to the poor, but there's plenty in chasing down the 3 swine who blighted his life. In fact, it's worse than he thought when he finally escapes and makes it back to the old homestead.
Il y a bien longtemps, mon garçon.
Non, c'est pas possible.
Il s'est laissé mourir de faim à la mort de son fils. Il voulait le rejoindre.
Now, I'm not sure if you caught all that, but Edmund's beloved dad died of grief and shame after his son was convicted, and fiancée Mercedes ran off to Paris to marry, wait for it, none other than her treacherous cousin Fernand. So our now unbelievably wealthy hero swears eternal vengeance, adopting a new name, the Count of Monte Cristo.
Nous prendrons tout le temps qu'il faut pour être prêts. Prêt à faire quoi? À se venger.
Chérie, je te présente enfin le Comte de Monte Cristo.
Needless to say, there's a lot more to the story than this. Every step of its telling is so gripping that the nearly 3 hours race by, from the fiery shipwreck at the start to the 5-minute sword fight at the end. Brooding star Pierre Ninet is perfectly cast, and this Count of Monte Cristo is all anyone could wish for, surely.
Je saurai qui est ce monsieur Monte Cristo. D'où il vient. Où il va.
Vous n'avez donc aucune pitié.
Et eux, ont-ils eu pour Edmond Dantès?
Nitpicking purists have complained, and there are no complainers as vociferous as French Dumas fans apparently, that occasionally this production plays a little fast and loose with the source material. But what of it?
Moi aussi, vous êtes prêt à me sacrifier pour votre vengeance?
Ce n'est pas de la vengeance, c'est de la justice.
To amend the famous quote, 10 million French audience members can't be wrong, and the copious subsequent accolades can only confirm that this is the version of the classic swashbuckler approved of by the home crowd. So who am I to disagree?